driving up tonight and seeing this gala happening in celebration of the bridge, the naming of the bridge, and seeing all the obvious support that happens continuously here is a reminder of how critical the help was that Matt received when he was here 5.5 years ago. And I never knew, I mentioned the other day at the dedication that I never knew that Matt could ever take another step or ever feed himself or do the ordinary things that folks get to do without even thinking. And here he is. And he is a shining example of how determined the graduates have been and how determined the patients are, because they have such an encouraging group of people supporting them and helping them. So I personally want to thank everybody for that. And the reason behind the sculpture, when I was asked to present my idea to the committee, I thought, oh wow, I'm not going to be able to do this without crying. And that would be a horribly unprofessional thing to do, right? So I went in there feeling all, I could do this, I could do this. And then the gal who's the art consultant said, Madeline, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself? And I said, well, my name is Madeline Wiener. I'm a stone sculptor living here in Colorado. And then I said the words that were really tough. I felt like I was at an AA meeting. Now, mind you, I've never been to one, but I've heard about them. And I said, my husband is a graduate of Craig Hospital. And then I proceeded to tell his story. And then I told them the reason that I designed the sculpture to be what it is was because when Matt entered through the west wing of this building, not knowing what was in store, with people poking him with pins and squeezing him and doing all kinds of stuff, we didn't know about the East Wing. We had no idea that that was where he hoped to be. Then we learned that he better start working really hard to get over there. So the sculpture was designed with that in mind. The East Wing represented, no, it's not moving on up to the East Side. It's moving to the East Side where you learn independence. And you can only learn that through the care of all the people at Craig. And Matt's my hero. He has supported me wholeheartedly through difficult times. And I don't know that I could ever do what he's done for me. And he set such an example for so many people. And I know he's not alone. I'm looking around. So I'm going to ask you all to grab a chip, ultimately, before you leave today. You'll each own a piece of the Colorado Yule marble that came off the sculpture. And you'll understand the feeling of the hardness of the stone and what it takes to just create a little sculpture. That's all it is. And I don't even come close to the strength that it takes Matt to take every step. So I applaud you, Matt.
Let's see. Tomorrow we'll be married 46 years. One of us deserves a medal. We're not quite sure. When I came to Craig, I came in on my back. For the first 2 days after the injury, all I saw was up. I was on a gurney, and it was the most disconcerting, most frightening, and most difficult time I've ever experienced until I got to Craig. And then from those 2 months that I was here, they pushed me and working harder than I've ever been pushed or worked in my entire life. I've run marathons, I've run, I've done many triathletes. I've done a lot of exercise, but the time here at Craig was 3 to 4 hours of hard physical exercise every single day, and the staff was absolutely phenomenal, and I hated every moment of it. Every moment of it. They would say, "You do this." I said, "I can't do this. You do this." And now, retrospectively, looking back 5 years, it set me on a course and a path for success. And I continue to do physical therapy. I continue to take the things that I've learned here and to expand. And so I'm grateful for that. And the people who work here are really outstanding. I think that I do work in medical research. And I think in the next 10 to 20 years, I think that the spinal cord injury, brain injury, we're going to see great advances. You look at it now and you see the technology that people can move, but the science is moving so rapidly. And I think organizations like Craig will be on the forefront, and I'm very grateful for being part of it as a graduate of Craig. Thank you very much.